catch a little bit of an attitude or take a little bit of a dislike to it, I'm locking on. I'm going hammer on them. Do you know what I mean? I've got kicked out of so many corps for shooting blues. What the fuck is a blue to a pirate?
Yeah, it's a suggestion, right?
I'm colorblind, mate. I can't.
That's even better. Hello and welcome, Lord Kobra. Thank you for being here, my man.
Hey, my pleasure, man. Nice to meet you at last.
Yeah, finally. We've been talking a little bit through Discord, and I was actually talking to Lord Kobra, and now we're talking to you, actually behind the screen.
Oh yes, the one. Faceless one with the hat.
Yes. Today we are going to talk about pretty much my whole life in EVE Online, since I used to be a hardcore pirate for years on that game, but we're going to talk about it and see it through Lord Kobra's eyes. First off, what corporation are you in?
I am with the Mandem, they're called. It's quite a new group that I've gotten to know recently. Essentially do all the kind of things that I like to do, but they're a bit more null focused. LoW's been getting a bit dead lately and a bit boring, so I'm, bringing the scurv out to null.
How many are you?
There is an unspecified amount, sort of somewhere between maybe 50 and 80 or so. I'm not going to say too much, because they're sort of making a bit of a name for themselves in a little area of null.
That's cool. Do you get an alliance with them?
They've got like a little pirate alliance going on between 4 or 5 different corps. There's good enough numbers to harass people, but we're not flying capitals and attacking stations and stuff. Just running a lot of disruption.
And you are all pirates.
Oh yes.
So define a pirate through your eyes.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of look at piracy as just another way of playing. So you have your PvE people sitting in high sec doing stories. You got people mining, people grinding indie all day. Couldn't think of anything more boring. Piracy is just another source of income. Do you know what I mean? You fly around all day, you find people, kill them, take their stuff. If you do it well, you stay as positive. It's just, I don't know, it's just a good way to fund my account without having to do what I consider to be quite boring stuff in the game.
I get you. So you're actually funding your account, like your Omega?
Yeah, I fund 3 T10 accounts. Get Duo Omega every month. Yeah, it works out pretty well. Have my own little systems going on, my own little rules about how I go around things and what I kill. And, if you stick to them and you have a plan, it's about as dangerous to you as doing anomalies is to anyone else, Just lose a ship every now and then. Other than that, you make a boatload of money.
Oh, hell yeah. I always say this, having a goal and having rules that you follow and just keeping at it, it's gonna pay out in the long run. And even so, like if you're a miner and you are hell-bent on mining, if you have mined since day one, I'm pretty sure you're rich today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like anything, you have to put the hours in. I see a lot of on Discord is people saying, I have no luck with piracy, it's lame, there's no way to make money. But they do 10 or 15 jumps, they don't find anything, they give up. Well, if you put the same amount of time as a PvE player would into grinding on a high-sec island all day, you put that into roaming and scanning systems, you'll find people. You'll get them kills. I'll easily do 250 systems in a sitting, quite easily. If I only get 10 kills, it doesn't sound like a lot, but for 8 hours work, I might earn 4 billion. Well, that's worth it to me. Beat sitting, grinding PvE and high-sec all day.
It sure is. I mean, that's good numbers. I mean, I don't see me mining that numbers myself. I just started mining, actually. I made my own corporation recently because I left the RMV. It's not a corporation that people should join because it's not going to be that. It's just that I don't have time to play with the people that I use, like that I grew up with, essentially. So I had to make my own, not to be in the way. So yeah, it's just a basic industry mining, I don't know, hauling corp that I will actually turn around because my true intentions is something far, far bigger than this. But we see. I mean, I don't make that money here. I did make that money when I did PvP. So I totally get what you're saying. Like, if you put the hours in, then Everything pays out.
Yeah, and I think that's what people have to understand, though. It's not like I just jump 5 systems, kill a mackerel or something, and walk away 800 mil and log out. It's not. I'll play for 14 hours in a day. You know what I mean? I'll scan 200-300 systems, lose a lot of things, kill a lot of things. Every day is different. You know, I have days where I'll play for 10 hours straight, and I'll be lucky if I pull in 200-300 mil loot. But then the next day, or sometimes even the last jump of the roam, you find an Orthrus, you bang it, drops 3 Debris. Happy days, you know.
That's good.
Happy days, yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of, like I said, I kind of view it quite similar as the Ratters, you know, except for other players are my Inquisitors. Just have to hunt around, find them, pop them, see what they drop. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad.
It's like a rare spawn.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, man. And all the while you get kill mails, make some friends, make some enemies, get a lot of salt in locals. Some of the best friends I've got in the game I've made because I found them ratting, popped them, and they ended up joining a corp with me a few days later and played for 8-9 months since, you know.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. That happened to me too.
Yeah, it's a good way to meet people. You upset them, but you know, you make good friends that way.
It all starts with a conversation. So this brings me to a question actually. So Lord Kobra, when I talk to him on Discord, which is actually like when I talk on Discord, I am myself. When I talk in game, I'm a little bit myself, but I'm mostly in game. But Lord Kobra is on Discord actually himself.
Yeah, he's there as himself.
Yeah, and you pretty arrogant, right? Like self-loving.
Oh, massively.
Yeah,
massively.
And so when you're talking about making friends as you kill them, like when you kill someone, how does he go about in local to actually make him a friend? I mean, do you start off, haha, I got you, you suck, or like how do you make a friends like that?
I used to do a lot of that, and I didn't make a lot of friends then. Well, I mean, generally I just sort of react to how people approach me. If they get salty, then yeah, call them a little bitch in locals, let them fly away, have a little lol, post a kill mail. You know, do a little bit of gloating. You're a pirate after all. You're not there to make friends at the end of the day. But sometimes you get the rare person will message you and be like, yo, dude, how did you do that? And can you teach me how to stop that happening to me again? Now, those are the people that I'll pick them up on Discord, get chatting, give them tips on their ships. Before you know it, we're roaming together and I've made another pirate. I mean, I think one of my best examples is a guy that I fly with quite a lot called Drex Harbin. He was part of a PvE corp. I think I was using Tempest and Ravens back then to hunt battleships in low. I just dropped in on him, pounded him, killed him. We got chatting. 8 months later, he's almost on the same level as me. Do you know what I mean? He's out there absolutely ripping people apart in a striker now. He loves it.
Man, when the game launched, I was like on day 2, I was out PvPing. I PvP'd in my Quercer because that was like the only ship you could have. And I won pretty much every fight because I came from EVE Online. I knew exactly what to do. I mean, I had it in my blood, right? I didn't get nervous in the fights. Everything was on my side. So I kept fighting, you know, and the cruisers came out, and I kept killing the cruisers with my Quercer, and I got a cruiser, and so on. Like I ended up in a Raven very, very early. It was like a rare sight to see a Raven, I would assume. And you know, I got so much kills. You know, I had so fun. I was kind of like a pirate, or you know, like a mercenary or whatever. But today, like when I did all my what the fuck videos, that is what the fuck Raven, what the fuck APOC. Maybe not the Raven, because that was very early, but all the later ones that I did, it was so hard to find a good fight. I mean, now it's even hard to find a one-on-one that is easy to kill. Now, back in the day, I could kill like 4 or 5 people, but now people actually know the game. So as you say, like you got your friend, and now 8 months later, he's a great PvPer. I mean, to be honest, if you ask me outside the game, I would say I wouldn't be so sure that I would actually beat that guy, like if I meet him. But in the game, you know, I never back down from anything, you know. But yeah, it's cool. Like so many people start PvP and become so good at it, and especially if they are small fleets, you have to learn so much more, I think. And also you play differently.
There's a lot to it. Yeah, I mean, it's all down to your preference, really. A lot of people like to get in big fleets and just roam around as a swarm. Do you know what I mean? I've seen that so much in low sec. I can't remember their name, but there was a little group that were really well known for it. Everywhere you went, there was like 10 of them in a system just trying to mob people with condors. I mean, it works. It works. Overwhelming force absolutely works. You'll get them kill mails. But it's not my style. Do you know what I mean? I picked piracy because that's how I wanted to earn my income. Well, you don't earn anything if you're splitting with a fleet. The easiest way to get around that is fly your own fleet. Get an ult. Do the DPS in yourself. You don't have to split the loot with nobody. Key to success.
So you always fly yourself, like your 3 accounts?
I don't always fly 3. I have 3, and I like to switch between them. But I will not roam with any less than 2 of them.
And one of them is a tackler, I would assume. No?
My general combo, is I have a tackler and a striker. And that's how I usually hunt with those 2 ships. Use a Helm 2 and a Megathron striker.
Oh, Megathron, I love them. Well, I fly Vindicator though, but yeah, I do love it. You should have a Vindicator, I think.
No,
No?
they don't
No?
stand a chance against the Mega.
So you wouldn't do even better with a Vindicator? With the webs?
It's got better tackling capabilities. But the Mega's DPS, I mean, pre-balance, I haven't really been out much since the balance.
Yeah.
But pre-balance, I didn't find a Mega that I couldn't kill in like 40 seconds, man. The nano core that I've got on my ship gives me amazing like web bonuses as well.
Okay.
I get a bit of extra range, bit of extra strength. Go into siege mode with your hot mods, man, and you're not far off capital damage.
True.
And the Vindies just couldn't keep up with it. Yeah, I mean, they're a good ship, but I kind of look at the Mega Striker as being a Vindy on steroids. It's got shorter webs for sure, but man, does it pack a punch when it hits.
That's interesting. And it's cheaper too.
Yeah, my striker is blinged out. I don't use integrated rigs, but I do have very expensive fit on my striker. And it's not even 4 billion combined.
True.
So, do you know what I mean? What's the whole price on a Vindy these days?
4.5.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So, does it cheaper, more DPS. Yeah, I like it, man. I like it's a good ship. I don't need to worry about tackle range and stuff on it because that's not the ship's role. It's there just to pound them. I've got another ship to handle, keeping them still.
Yeah, that's good. That is, was this your plan since Eve Echo started to have 3 accounts?
No, just like many people, the addiction to the game gets out of hand. And I had multiple devices before I was playing Eve, and when I realised that they were all compatible with it, it just naturally progressed into that.
Okay, we'll talk more about piracy in a second, but why did you choose the name Lord Kobra?
Do you know what? It's just been an alias that I've used in most of my online games, to be honest.
Okay. And I also have a question. Why the image of Tim Curry as the pirate?
Because look at his face.
Yeah.
That is why. Just look at it. If it makes you smile, that's why I picked it.
Yeah, we talked about it just before we started here. I think that's a great image and a great reason.
Yeah, there was no deep thought behind it. I just saw it. It made me really laugh. I'm like, yeah, that is Lord Kobra all over.
Yeah. I would almost assume that people who are pirates choose images of Blackbeard or Barbossa or, Jack Sparrow. And then Tim Curry. Yeah, that was good.
I just love that smug grin. It's amazing.
Yeah, he has that in every video too, like in every movie he made. Same smile.
It's just his face.
It's just his face.
He should have been in Pirates of the Caribbean. He should have been one of the eight.
He should have been one of them. Yeah, you know what? He should have. We have to talk to Disney to get him into it.
Yeah, okay. We'll see what kind of pool we've got.
Yeah, I will try. Okay. From what game did you come from before Echoes?
Nothing like this, actually. I just sort of played on console, played a bit of COD Mobile. I really wanted to play EVE Online for a long time, but I could never afford a PC good enough to play it. So just one day I'm scrolling the Play Store and I saw it was like pre-registration for EVE Echoes was up, and had a little look into it. I was like, oh my god, it's like EVE Mobile. I can finally fucking play.
How was that? How was that feeling? I mean, I saw that differently. So how was that feeling for you when you could not play EVE Online and you just happened to see it?
I was buzzing. I had to wait a few months though. The registration came out quite a while before the game. And then when I first played it, that first month just made me hate the game. I'm not gonna lie. The learning curve, mate.
Yeah.
You know, I've come from playing Call of Duty and stuff like that. I haven't had to think
Oh.
about this kind of stuff before while playing games.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was a massive learning curve, but you know, you meet people, you get talking, get tips, keep at it. Eventually, you get good at doing something, whatever it is you've chosen to do. You eventually get competent in it, and then it goes from there. You get interested in other things, learn other things. I mean, I started off in Null in a blue donut, man. I was with Senny for probably my first 8 months on the game, out at the fountain, just grinding PvE all day, man. Getting my Inquisitors, you know what I mean? I didn't do any fucking PvP. Someone come in the system, I docked up. Do you know what I mean? I didn't have a fucking clue how to fight people.
Yeah.
I just eventually got fed up of it. Do you know what I mean? I don't like the idea of officers and things in these big alliances. I don't know. I'm just, you know, I ain't a kid. I ain't a young person. I don't like having a 19-year-old officer barking orders at me over Discord. And do you know what I mean? I didn't enjoy it. It was just HDs 24/7, CTAs 24/7. It was just fucking dull, sucking the life out of the game. So I moved to low. Knew a couple of people that were fighting out there. Just started learning how to do a bit of PvP. Started hunting ratters and that. Realised you can make good money doing it, and it just sort of went from there.
So, okay, so as you're talking about very young officers and stuff like that, I think back to my time in EVE Online when I started as a pirate, and in the beginning I was pretty much what you are now. You know, I didn't want anyone to decide over me like what I was supposed to do, and I did my thing. And the more people that like saw me, we got bigger. We got a big corporation, and then we got other corporations that didn't want to merge with us, so we kind of made an alliance, like before even alliance was a thing in EVE Online, and someone had to like decide where everyone should be. So I kind of got that role, but I didn't actually see me as a leader. I just were there to actually point out like we need people over here, we need people over here. Maybe this corporation can live over here, and maybe we can take this part, and so on, to just make it into a structure. And that made us even more deadlier actually in the game. But it's not the same thing. And to compare it to NoSec, where you have officers and alliances and rules all the time, it's for sure a different playstyle.
Seems to me that if you want to live in No, you have to play the politics as well if you want to be in these alliances.
In a way.
There's a fireside where you have to talk about issues. There's always fines being handed out because somebody flew where they shouldn't have flown, or shot someone they shouldn't have shot. It just sucks the fun out of the game, man. Do you know what I mean? Every time you log in, you want to have a bit of fun. You're like, oh no, you need to go and pick up 2 full loads of ore or something and dump it in the corp hangar, and then you can go and do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
You just spawn a dead space, and they're like, oh no, there's 2 condors coming up the pipe. We need a full blown HD. Everybody stop what you're doing, or you're getting fined. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I pay 15 quid a month to play this game. In the early days, I was paying. I wasn't making enough money to pay for my Omega. I'm like, I pay for it, and I don't get to do what I want to fucking do. I've always got some little teenager screaming down the mic or on my case on Discord saying, no, you've got to play how I tell you to play. Fuck off, man. I don't want to do that.
It seems like you are at the good spot right now. But yeah,
piracy suits me. It suits me. There's no politics, no alliances, no blues. There's no place I can't go. There's nobody that I can't kill.
Can you shoot people from your own corporation?
I don't think they'd like it.
But you can. There's no rule for it.
I mean, if I wanted to, I can't imagine they could stop me.
That is true, but I'm thinking, I'm just like, when you say no rules, no nothing. I'm thinking like, are you guys this type of pirates that, you know, you hunt down your prey and everybody eats from the prey, right? And then someone takes a little bit too much and everybody jumps that guy.
A little bit more civilized than that.
A little bit more. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't fly with them all a great deal at the minute. I'm sort of like, I'm only kind of half moved out there. I've got ships being built in Null. Do you know what I mean? I'm gearing up to start being a bit of a problem for some groups of people out there, but my ships aren't ready yet. I haven't ran the fits over. I'm still preparing. Still preparing.
Sounds good. So how does a day look in Ivecos?
Just depends what I feel like doing that day, to be honest. If I fancy going for a roam, then I'll grab my Mega and my Hound and I'll go do 100 systems. Some days I'm lazy, stick films on and I'll just bait in a Cyclone or something, let people come to me. And I'll have all my ults lugged out in really good ships ready to jump on them the minute they engage. I have my kid like 4 days of the week, so I lose my tablet. I don't get to play on that when he's here. He just like steals it for Netflix. So the days where I can only use one device, they tend to be the days where I'll fleet up with people. You know, like my friends Alex, Player One, Drex, Freedom Mode, guys from the corporation. I'll go out roaming with them if my tablet's being held hostage. But generally, I like to just fly by myself. And it's not because I'm antisocial. It's just I really don't like splitting loot with people, if I'm honest.
I understand. I understand, man.
You know, I'm trying to fund my accounts, fund my fun. And let's face it, with the ships that I'm flying around and using, what's the point in fleeting up? I'd just be carrying them and giving them half my loot for doing all the work still, you know?
Yeah, I can't imagine what I would do with 3 accounts. I mean, I'm deadly with one.
It's fun. It's fun. I am bringing a new fleet into Lowsec very, very soon. With these Lazarus Majiggies that we just got.
Yeah.
I've done a little bit of reskilling. One of my other alts is now fully skilled into strikers. I won't say which one, but yeah, I'm going to be flying around with 2 strikers and a hound from now on.
That's nothing you can tank.
That's going to be fun. I'm going to be interested because hoping it opens up some better targets.
Nice.
I mean, you know, there's only a few ships that I really wouldn't want to engage, but I'd feel a bit more confident if I had another striker backing me up.
You know what? Depending on how they spin this game in the future, like what kind of updates they do, how they make low sec work, and depending on how all that works, maybe I could use like guys like you to protect my future. That would be awesome.
How do you mean protect your future?
Well, it depends on how they do with the game, but I have big plans, and if my plans are even going to be viable, then they need to make something in the game. And for one thing that they need to do is actually make low sec dangerous. Do that.
They need to get rid of locals, man, from low sec.
That's not gonna happen, I think.
Nah, but that's what they need to.
In EVE Online, they have this mechanic that you don't see local in wormholes. So I think if we get wormholes, then probably we will have the same. If we're not getting the wormholes, then maybe they could make it so that nullsec was blind, so to say. But yeah, I don't see that happens. But I would personally like to see that the gate guns would have been less dangerous. Like if you have a fleet, you can actually tank them. That would make low sec extremely dangerous, and then I could actually use some help. Then I could, like, if I would be paying pirates in the area that I am to protect me from going in and out, that would be very cool.
I mean, yeah, something we could talk about one day.
Yeah. If I need to. So, yeah.
Potentially
is good.
I try not to do absolutes if I can help it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And everything changes, so we don't know. And I might change my idea, but so far, I'm working for my idea. I mean, I do all I can to make money in the game. So I'm doing like marketing is my big thing. Like I want the game to be like so I can make my own station. Like you can make your own station, but like make your real own station. And actually sell stuff from there, or I want us to be able to own more. Like if I could buy Jita, that would be awesome. Something crazy. Yeah.
Would you be willing to adopt Siri in that transaction, though? Yeah.
Yeah.
If you own Jita, you've got to take Siri on as well. That's Jita's baggage.
True. Now, this is a fun question, and I do know this answer, but what don't you want to find when you meet someone in PvP?
Well, the kind of ships that I don't want to fight.
Yeah.
Well, there's only I mean, besides capitals, the only things that I wouldn't actively jump on is probably the Abaddon, um, the Nightmare. I want to say Frigs can be a bit of an annoyance, but it just sort of depends how many of them are. I'm a bit of a knob because I've fully stabbed my Megatron.
Yeah, true. Okay, so
one Frig generally isn't a problem, but if there's a few of them and I get tackled, that's when things get hairy quite quickly. But I'm quite specific about the ships that I will attack, so I try not to let myself get put in them situations.
of course.
Yeah, it sounds weird, but you can play it safe while being extremely aggressive at the same time. But yeah, Nightmares, they don't do anything to me, but I just cannot break them. Rattlesnakes can be a little bit iffy. They either die in 30 seconds or they just don't fucking die and run. Yeah, it's just really hit or miss. I'll always try a rattlesnake. I'll always have a go at one, but it really is flipping a coin. It will either just crumble instantly.
How do you do that?
Won't scratch them.
How can it crumble instantly? How do they fit that ship?
Because some people are morons and they will absolutely glass cannon a rattlesnake. I think I killed one that was about 11 billion.
Whoa.
Rigs. This dude went all out on the DPS of this ship. No stabs on it. No ability to heal. No resistance. Nothing. He was just.
Was he ranged?
Range
range.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. He was just maxed out on range and damage. He died in about 6 shots. It was crazy.
That's the fastest rattlesnake kill I've ever heard of.
Yeah, that dude went down hard. He had nothing, no protection at all.
And 11 billion, seeing that going down, you must have thought like, oh man, this is just civilian stuff.
Yeah,
crap.
you think this is just going to be a whole Republic fleet year, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
A load of nest worms and stuff. Yeah, it's great when it happens.
It's kind of funny how they build like a full DPS, like a glass cannon fit on Rattlesnake, which is the worst, the worst faction battleship for DPS. In my opinion.
Some people have more money than sense, and some people don't realize that spending a lot of money on a ship doesn't make you good at the game either.
Did he get angry in local?
Well, at the time we didn't have the translator thingy in locals. He was going off on one, but I had no idea what he was talking about.
All right. Maybe he asked you how you did it.
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt it was anything polite. Other than that, Raven Strikers, the brick tank ones, I just can't put a dent in them at all.
Oh, have you seen mine?
Anything can.
Or which brick tank do you talk about? What kind of fit is that?
I have no idea about the fit, man. I've never killed a brick tank one.
Oh, that's true. That is actually very cool. Okay.
Other than that, the Abaddon short range fit with the triple plates.
Yeah, those are. I mean, can't you? You should be able to do it now, right? After the Lazarus.
Well, oh yeah, with the 2 ships, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I shouldn't think that'd be a problem, but just with my Mega. Problem was they'd use their plates to last through my initial volley. The first 60 seconds is what cripples the ship. When it's fully hot and in siege, the damage is just phenomenal. If you can survive that without your tank breaking, then you've got 60 seconds where I'm only doing half of the damage. Well, I know it's longer now since the balance patch, but
yeah.
The Abaddons were able to just soak that up very, very quickly, and then start winning the DPS race. And quite often I'd be in hole by the time my hot mods were ready to go again. So I just give up on fighting and ran aim off it.
Okay.
But with 2 strikers, might be a different story. We'll have to find out.
Yeah, I think so. We talked a little bit about the future. So what is your vision of Eve Echoes in the future?
20 people in every system in low sec.
Agree.
No locals.
That's not going to happen.
Plagues being back to 5,000 each. I don't really know. I like the direction that the game goes in. I do feel somehow there's just less appeal to low sec for people lately, so that's probably going to have an impact on how I play.
Yes.
But this is why I've preempted and adapted, and this is why I'm sort of moving up to null now. And pretty much do the same thing there, just with a different arsenal of ships and different motives.
Yeah, because we have nothing to do in low sec. Like, I would never go and do story in low sec anymore. I mean, I stopped doing that like a half a year ago. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. There's so many pirates out there as well. There's a pirate community in low sec. There's a good 20 or 30 people that I know. I've never really played with, don't fleet with them, but we're all out there doing the same thing. We all say hello to each other as we're passing. But they're the only people I tend to see out there at the minute. The odd person ratting and then 30 people hunting him.
Yeah, which make that actually very dangerous. But obviously, those people who goes there do not even know about it. So, I mean, we got people starting this game today, and in 2 weeks they will be out doing stuff in low sec. But yeah, there's really no reason. I mean, not even mining in low sec is viable. So I got some videos of ideas how to make low sec like viable both for pirates and players. I mean, if I would be able to make money in low sec, I would take the risk.
Yeah, I think falling short of just getting rid of any high sec island system, there's not really a lot to force people back into low. Just when they can just sit and spam T10 encounters all day in perfect safety.
Like, that is also something that never gonna happen. Low sec islands are gonna be there, but how about we make the trip to low sec island dangerous, right? So
you have to go through null.
yeah, pretty much. You have to go through null to get to the islands. Yeah, sure, but I mean, we already have the map laid out, so we cannot change systems. I don't think they will do that. So why not just make it harder? Like, make sure that in low sec you have gate camps, you know, and people suiciding, and you know, yeah, that would have been awesome. And if you get to your high sec island, well, then you can stay there. But like, moving your ship back and forth is dangerous.
Yeah, I could see that being helpful.
Yeah. All right. So you pay for your ships and your Plex and your Omega with PvP actually. And do you remember your most expensive kill?
I've got 3 that are, I think, sort of between 11 and 13 billion. They're probably like my happiest ones, but they were all class fits, to be honest. They weren't especially good fights. They were just really high value kill mails.
Okay.
So I think one of my favorite kills was probably my friend Drex. I was on a really good winning streak. This was like the first month that I got to PvP and was hunting with battleships and ults and stuff. And he just has fantastically well-rounded Dommy builds. And I was absolutely flattening everything with this Tempest and Raven, just jumping in and smashing them to bits. And he put up a really, really good fight. Very nearly killed one of my ships. And it was like it was a moment where I learned not to be too flamboyant, you know what I mean? Don't just throw your balls out, and have a bit more tact, because he kind of showed me that things can go wrong pretty quickly. I mean, I still killed him, still got the kill, still made a good friend and whatever, and had fun, but it was a hard fight. And I was using really expensive ships. That would have been one of my first big losses. And it was sort of like the first time I realised, now you got to rein it in a little bit, use a little bit more tact, don't just warp in and see what happens, you know.
I gotcha. Like, talking to you, like, as a person behind the screen, I do understand everything, and I kind of miss the pirate life. But how about we talk a little bit about Lord Kobra?
Lord Kobra.
Yes.
Taken on a persona of himself.
How did he evolve? Like, how did that start?
When I sort of decided that I was committed to piracy, I sort of realised, you know, you have to have long-term goals in a game like this, because if you don't have a vision of what you want, you know, where you want to be in a year's time, you just get bored. You just grind the same stuff day after day. You know, you got to have something to work towards to keep you interested. And I thought, well, if I'm doing piracy, I want to be the best pirate. You know, it's something to aim for. So rather than going, you know, for some good, nice reputation, fuck it, I want to be like the mean guy. I want to be the guy nobody likes. I want to be the guy that people run away from, get a bit of a reputation. And then I just sort of started playing the part on Discord. I was finding people were getting quite aggressive with me in the Discord, and I thought, well, the best way to meet anger is with laughter. But, you know, that draws out quite a lot more salt in most cases. I just kept rolling with it, man, and before you know it, Lord Kobra was Lord Kobra. He's pissing people off, having fun. It was cool. It's cool, you know. In reality, I don't drive around in a car, orbiting other vehicles, throwing stones out the fucking window to steal their purse and stuff and talk to them like shit. But in the game, you know, it's just being a bad guy. Just, you know, give somebody to go after. I get so many people seem to have a really, really big sense of accomplishment if they manage to kill me. You know,
Yeah.
nobody cares if they get one of my ults, but if somebody gets a Lord Kobra kill now, like I can straight into the main Discord, tagging me in it. Everyone's fucking laughing, having a good time. But it's nice that you know, it means something. It means I've created that character, that baddie, the evil guy, and people actually actively pursue him and lord his kill mails around. It's cool, you know. It's important stuff to someone.
It makes the world bigger. Yeah. I would like a Lord Kobra kill mail. I'm gonna go and hunt for you now. I mean, this is like, I have this vision of a game. When I play a game that I really like, I have this vision, and now I have my goals, right? And I see people in the game. I mean, they have their lives, they have their goals, right? And in my head, everyone has the same goals as I do, like big, immensely big goals. And most people don't have this. So when you're saying that you have this goal and you make this character, you make the world of, like the world in New Eden, a bigger place, because it's more to you than just a ship. It's an experience, and as you say, it makes you play the game even longer than, like my friend who actually quit the game after a year. I hope he will be back, but he was a industrialist. He was a miner and builder, and he used to tell me like, well, I'm mining, and then I get enough money to build a bigger ship that I can mine a little bit quicker with. And then I buy a bigger ship with that money so I can mine even bigger. And then he came to the end where he got the biggest ship, right? With the most expensive stuff on. And he's like, what should I do now? There's no bigger ship for me to mine. And he got bored.
Goals.
Yeah. And I told him, you know, you need more goals. Like, I know it might sound boring, but like, let's say that you need to buy yourself a station, or you need to place that station somewhere, and then that needs to be your home, and then you need to maybe have 2 ships or maybe 3 ships and every haulers, because you need to haul every stuff, or you know, you need to have your own goals. And I get really happy to hear that you have that as a pirate.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. I'm not finished yet. I'm only halfway towards my goals.
Oh, you're halfway? Man, I'm not.
One of
the
targets that I set was to reach a trillion score, basically, on the Eastnet leaderboard.
On kill mail.
Yeah. I just wanted to reach a trillion. That's just no round the number off. It was just a target. I'm coming up on 800 billion now, so I'm not too far off achieving that now.
Oh, that is good.
That was just like a little personal goal. You know, I want to see that figure before I get bored of the game.
Yeah.
And other than that, all I really want to do is just bring a little bit of chaos to the game. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got people that are playing, having a fun time in their little groups. Well, I want to throw a megathron right into the middle of your fucking group at the worst possible moment, and just see how you handle that.
You're making memories. People remember that.
Well, it's fun, man. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know. And the pressure that comes with it, because obviously, Lord Kobra, me, whoever, hated by probably 80% of the population that have heard of me. You know, it's not a friendly environment for a pirate to fly around. There are very few people I can fleet up with, for very good reason. The pressure of having all of that negative attention from the community, it can kind of force you to adapt and become an even better pilot. So it's like a double-edged sword. You know, on one hand, you are getting hunted a lot, but on the second hand, you own your skills every time you fly a fucking ship in a dangerous area. Because you have people jumping on you constantly. You know, I've had bounties put on me. I've had mercenary groups hired to get kill mails, which they never got. Get people rubbing in my face that they've killed my friends and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but you didn't kill me though, did you? So don't mean shit. Just have a bit of fun with it.
Yeah. any publicity is good publicity, right? Even if it's bad. So I did not know much about Lord Kobra until like 2 months ago, maybe. Yeah, like creating this character. Like if I would strike a deal with Lord Kobra in the future, can he be trusted with a deal?
I think it depends how he feels that day, to be honest with you. There's plenty of people that have had really positive and safe experiences with him. And then there are people that have fleeted up with him to kill another ship, and they've been the target the whole time. A big factor is how much he needs money at the time. So if I'm poor and you're in an Orthrus and you want me to come and protect you while you do a mission, I'm probably going to kill you and take your stuff, just because it's more than likely going to give me more money than you were going to pay me to help you. If I'm sitting on a nice, juicy, fat bank wedge, then yeah, I'll be a bit less inclined to be that aggressive if I don't have the pressure of needing the ISK. Catching me at the end of the month is the worst time to try and be friendly. When Omega's coming up to be paid across 3 accounts, if I don't have the ISK, I don't have any friends. I'm just going to shoot everyone.
Of course. As Sheev Palpatine, I would, of course, not feel safe by being guarded by poor pirates. So if I would strike a deal with you, you would have the money to not shoot me. It would be more like, okay, I don't have money this month, but next month I know that I will be well paid. Like the month after that, I will be well paid. So the reason I don't have money now is my own fault, and I can't shoot him right now. But that will mess up all the money in the future. So that's the feeling you will have to have, right? And I totally get that. I totally get that.
The thing about Kobra is he is very unpredictable. And that's part of the fun. I've had people that I've played with in corporations for weeks and weeks, months, got an arm, everything's cool. They say the wrong thing one day, just catch a little bit of an attitude or take a little bit of a dislike to it. I'm locking on, I'm going hammer on them. Do you know what I mean? I've got kicked out of so many corps for shooting blues. What the fuck is a blue to a pirate?
Yeah, it's a suggestion, right?
I'm colorblind, mate. I can't.
That's even better. I'm a colorblind pirate. Oh man, that's horrible.
Red, but I can see green.
That's amazing. Yeah, but you talking about it like this, and yeah, he's unpredictable, and that is that makes him very interesting. So, like, I do understand that it could go wrong at some point, but I'm really invested in the game in terms of marketing. So Sheev Palpatine would probably come up with a great idea if we would continue that that agreement after something has went sideways.
I think in terms of when it comes to trusting Kobra, it's a lot less about financial gain, a lot more about friendship. Because people that me, Kobra, are friends with in the game, safest people on the game, they never get turned on.
That's cool.
So, if you make friends with Lord Kobra, if you gain a little bit of respect with him and whatnot, then I'm sure you'll be able to trust him like many other people can.
I would assume respect, yeah.
Just don't be a pussy or a squeaker.
Oh, hell no. I totally get that.
Prey. If you act like prey, then Kobra's coming after you. If you're confident and you're cool and you don't have an attitude, get on absolutely fine, man. You can fleet up, you can get close to my ship, it's cool.
Interesting. You see, I mean, really, this makes the game bigger.
The mistake that a lot of people make is fleeting with me, like within 5 minutes of me trying to kill them. And this is where a lot of this is where pretty much all of my big juicy purple kills come from. Where I've dropped in on an Orthrus or a Strat or something, tried to kill it, and they've bugged out of there. And I'll message and I'm like, hey man, you're really good at this game. Do you want to team up? There's a Dominix in the next system. We'll go and hammer it together. They're like, yeah, okay, cool. So they join my fleet, and I warp us all straight to Sun, just fucking annihilate them, kick them out of the fleet, and carry on. Why would you join a fleet with somebody that's just tried to kill you?
No idea.
Why would you do that?
No idea. Yeah, okay.
So,
I do want to ask Lord Kobra something. Some of my friends, actually, and I would assume a lot more people, claim and has proof that you nicked their ships.
When you say nicked, I would more say illegitimately acquired. Allegedly. What do you mean proof? What proof you got?
Well, I got one print screen Now I know that this is true, Lord Kobra. So why did you do that? Like,
Put yourself in my shoes, right? I'm a pirate. I've got no friends. I live a nomad lifestyle. You know, I'm just out to take what I can, earn a dishonest buck, and survive like everyone else. Some guy comes along and, oh man, look at my ship. It costs 4.5 billion. Do you want to have a look at it? Put it in your video. Yeah, okay. You send me that ship. That's cool. Yeah, I'll have a little play around in that ship for you. They contracted it to me. The next day they want it back. I'm like, man, I don't want to give it back. You gave it to me.
yeah. And that is why you should never give your ship to anyone.
It's not a smart idea, no. I mean, I would argue I've never scammed anyone per se. I've definitely stolen stuff under false pretenses, but you know, I haven't sat in Jita offering fake trades and stuff like that. I just borrow ships, and then change my mind about giving them back. So if you're going to send somebody a fucking 11 bill Balgor, and you kind of deserve to lose it, you know.
And that's why you're a pirate.
I mean, it's free stuff. It'd be rude not to just take it. I mean, my whole play style is designed around taking other people's hard work. If you want to put a Balgor in my fucking hangar, go for it. You ain't getting that back.
Thank you for that answer. Okay, back to you. How do you feel when you see Lord Kobra do this stuff? Do you feel any like changes, like remorse or?
In all honesty, it's utterly soul destroying. I think he's very despicable. He doesn't have any morals. Does not reflect me as a person at all. I think he makes us both look very bad, to be honest. But at the same time, he does keep the wallet full. So although his actions are questionable, I'm not going to judge because it benefits me too.
Do you get problems sleeping at times because of this?
No, not really, to be honest.
I mean, it's a game, and yeah, it's interesting, like how you have this secondary persona in this game, and and to actually play with it. Today I would have issues with it, but back when I was a pirate, I just had pirate in my head. I did whatever. So
well, that's part of the fun of the game. Do you know what I mean? You get to pick the direction that you want to go in and play your own experience. Eden's a big place. There's a lot of people in there. You fly past names all day, every day that you just don't recognize and you never stop and talk to. I want to have a name that stands out. I want people to see me pass through the system and go, oh, shit, know that guy. Better dock up.
I understand. Well, thank you so much, both you and Lord Kobra, to be here.
Hey, we've enjoyed it, man.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
See you, buddy.